Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Let's go, get tighten up.
A first carry now for Thompson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And again, it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger.
Let's go, baby.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
Let's go.
13 yards.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Rodgers. He's got Thompson here, complete. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Rodgers again now. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the slant.
Running with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get the ball.
2nd and 9 now. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. Love. He gets it to Thomas. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Love. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. Love. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Looking to throw. Love. Allen's got it complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road.
You're exactly right about that. But your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset now. How do you break it down so that you're not looking at this whole big road and say to yourself, we've got no shot? You break it down to this game right now, win that one, then worry about the rest of them after that.
And that's exactly right, and the staff told us that. They've been focusing with the players on don't look ahead, but that's hard to do sometimes, is it not?
It is hard to do because the ultimate goal is to do what? Is to win a Super Bowl. So you have to look ahead a little bit, but you make sure you focus on the game at hand.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams goes on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
We got this.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. A gain of 6 there on first.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Thompson. And he's got some space here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? To throw, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down and inches. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Now Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Brings up second and 10.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 26. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We got to step it up.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
14, Saints 3.
Here we go. Rapid.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings us second and 7.
Here's a second and 7. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Love looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Packers.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Love. And this one complete to Smith. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Love. And he finds Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on out.
A 10th carry for Kamara. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Thomas has got it. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Call it a gain of 5. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Love completes this one to Meredith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Kamara. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
It's a gain of 5. brings up second and 5.
Here's Kamara off the draw. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Right. Tackles. Tight right. 3 down.
Throwing on first down. Love. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on third down. Love. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Back to throw. Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But it'll be second and goal. 2nd and 1. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy to protect you.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, Love.
This has to go down as one of the simple.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the fourth and final game here on this wildcard weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it was the Dallas Cowboys who are moving on to the next round, as they were able to knock out the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That's a gain of 3. Now third and 5.
Looking to throw. Love. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, Love. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Both center in.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Love. Open man is Michael Thomas. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
24 is the mic. Here we go again.
It's 2nd and 8.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, Love gets it to Meredith complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Get him, boy.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Just like that. Just like that.
On first down, Thompson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
Off play action. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack block.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. And incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd down. Love to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go with Thompson again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Thompson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over him.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run with Thompson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Thompson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a play fake here on first down. Completes this one to Meredith. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Love. And this one's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, but it's going to be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. That's caught by Meredith, right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down, and he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Vince Williams on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 43 line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 27-24. A minute 51 on the clock. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Back to throw, Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. To Thompson on the draw. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The connection made, it's Graham. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. This is Johnson, he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.